In a return to the ring on Saturday, October 11th, former foe of Jaron Ennis, Karen Chukhadzhian, returned to the ring. And guess what? He was able to put on the type of performance that makes you appreciate Ennis's victory over him even more. When he took on Marcos Mahfoud, and Mahfoud is from Argentina. We know how tough the Argentina fighters are. Let's talk about what happened when Karen faced this gentleman, and things are looking a little interesting at welterweight once again, because he's back in the thick of things. The welterweight division is getting a little more interesting once again. You know, coming up in November, we have a great fight taking place when Devin Haney takes on Brian Norman Jr. for Norman Jr.'s WBO welterweight title. But in the interim, we have fighters that are like Karen Chukhadzhian, who fought Jaron Boots Ennis twice, while Ennis carried one of the titles. And he fought him two different ways and gave Ennis something to think about. So on Saturday, when he took on Joel Marcos Mahfoud, he was returning to the ring after having a fight earlier in May of this year against Christian Javier Ayala, where he won a unanimous decision. Chukhadzhian is 29 years of age, and in this fight, he was able to garner the IBF and WBO international welterweight titles. They were vacant and on the line for this promotion. You see, that's a coup, because it puts Karen right back into the thick of things when considering a title shot. So you can expect him sometime next year to face someone for a world title. But not only that, it was his performance against Mahfoud that really brought people out of their seats. In the first round, you could see Mahfoud, who was kind of taking the fight as if he was a little more relaxed than maybe he should have been. But lo and behold, Karen turned it up. And by the end of the first round, he was nailing shots to Mahfoud that made him rethink things. And lo and behold came the second round. The second round saw Karen step in and just totally blow Mahfoud away in a way that we have seen. We saw him land good shots against Jaron. Jaron can take a shot. I am not going to say he can't. But when the way that this Argentine was taken out by Karen, you know what? We have to reconsider. Just like maybe green beans should be reconsidered after having fought Terrence Crawford and some other fighters that we kind of look back and say, you know what? Well, maybe he was a little bit better than first advertised. I'm here to tell you here, now, and today that if you keep your eye out for Karen Chukhadzhian, he should end up with a world title. Which one will it be? I'm not certain. But this man, you could tell, is dedicated to his craft. And he's serious about what he does in the ring. He's only 29, and he's a Ukraine fighter, meaning that he has an extensive background when it comes to what he did in the amateurs. But for him, it is translating into the pros. We're looking at a man who has a record now of 25-3 with 13 KOs. He's 5'9.5", but he is definitely a fighter that's on the come up. His original loss was a split decision to Andrei Vilosky, and that was way back in 2015, April. And that was his debut. But it was a 3-round fight, and he lost a split decision. But ever since then, he went on a winning streak until he faced Ennis for the first time. I am willing to believe, given an opportunity, he can pull it off. Because he's a decent fighter, he has decent pop. But he throws his punches with an accuracy and placement that you have to be careful. Do not judge a book by its cover. This is a fighter who is going to go some places in the future. And he has that experience that many in the division do not necessarily have, both amateur and pro now. So keep your eye peeled for Karen Chukhadzhian. He's going to be out there, and I expect him to accomplish some things going further. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think about Karen and what could be in the cards for him in early 2026. Do you see him getting that title shot opportunity again against another fighter? And do you think he can win on the next go around? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.